Hello guys, today I'm going to show how to connect to our Visual Basic.net to our SQL Server 2005 Express database using Windows authentication. Okay, first thing we need to do, we're going to check if you have SQL Server 2005 Express Management Studio. To check that, go to here and then go to all programs and then go to Microsoft SQL Server 2005 folder, expand the folder, and then if you find an SQL Server Management Studio Express here, click on it. Or if you don't have this SQL Server Management Studio Express, you can download it for free at Microsoft. Okay, now click on it. Okay, in here I have my server name and I have an authentication here. You have Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. Since the tutorial is about Windows authentication, we're going to choose Windows authentication. Okay, connect on it. Okay, here guys, in the upper part, if you notice, I have a acosidan-pc /SQL Express. Acosidan-pc is my server name, and then SQL Express is my default instance name of my database when I install SQL Server 2005 Express. Okay, and then I have a different folder here. We have database, security, server objects, replication, and management, but we're going to focus on our database folder. If you notice, we can see the item of our databases here, or we can just expand it here, and then we have here system databases, enrollment system, my database for my enrollment system, then my sample database for this video tutorial. Okay, if you haven't created a sample database of yours, and then right click on the database folder, then click on new database, a new window will pop up. In here, the database name, you can just type whatever name you want on it, and then click OK. Okay, after that, let's go back now to our program. Okay, before we start coding, we're going to design our form for a bit. Let's drag some button here, resize the button, and change the text of the button to connect. Okay, then let's add some text box here. Change the text of the first label. Oh, sorry, that's not text box, it's label. Change the text of the label 1 into status, and let's drag another label in here, just an indication that we are connected to our SQL Server 2005 database. Okay. Since we are done designing, let's now start the coding. To start the coding, let's double click now on the button. Okay, we are now the coding part. Before we start now, let's declare first our import. Let's type our import space system data.SQL client. This is the necessary imports when we are using SQL Server 2005 Express database. Okay, after that, we're now going to declare our SQL connection. Type your dim con as new SQL connection. Okay, if you notice, we declare SQL connection outside the private sub button 1 underscore click because we're going to declare it as global variable. The purpose of declaring it as global variable because we want to every part of the class foreman can access the code. It is very useful when we are using a much bigger project. Okay, and then after that, we're now going to start the coding. Let's specify now our connection string. Let's type con.connection string is equals to quotation mark server is equals to, in our server part, we can type here acosidan-pc /SQL Express, or aside from typing the super long server name here, we can just put that in here since we are in the unit where our SQL server is located. Okay, then after that, semicolon database equals to my database for my sample, semicolon, and then trusted underscore connection equals to true. Okay, and after that, let's open our connection, close, change the text of the label to equals to connected. Okay, now we're done the code. We're now going to test our program if our program can connect to our SQL Server 2005 Express database. Okay, you can just press the F5 or just click the play button beside the debug here. Okay, start debugging. Let's click on it. See guys, at the status, we are now connected to our SQL Server 2005 Express database. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you have questions, feel free to leave comment, and thanks again for watching guys.